Hey there my meaty friends, this is Reed aka CarnivorousChef. In today's video I'm going to show you how to make a taco casserole. I don't really know what to call this. I feel like there should be an actual name for it because I've made this before with real tortilla shells and stuff like that, but I don't know what to call it, so I'm just going to call it a taco casserole. This is something that I found that just makes such a great dish for a lot of people who are, I really like tacos. It's probably one of my favorite foods next to like cheeseburgers, but it hits all the things that I want within a taco, which is like really good textures and a lot of flavors. So if you found yourself kind of missing that, like maybe even on a Taco Tuesday, you want something interesting, you don't feel like making a bunch of tiny little carnivore tortillas, this could be a great option for you. Before we get started, I'm going to ask you to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share this. I'm trying to get this face in front of more viewers, and that happens because of you. So thank you for interacting with my videos. Let's go ahead and get started. For the quote-unquote tortilla lasagna noodles, you're going to want to add 5 ounces of ground pork rinds, 4 ounces of shredded mozzarella, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eggs into a blender. Blend a low for about 1 minute or until everything is homogenous. Place a band-aid sheet of parchment paper to a baking sheet and slap down your tortisagna dough. Now slowly
and methodically, evenly spread the dough.
Just kidding. Grab another slab of parchment paper and place it on top. If you happen to have another baking sheet the same size, place this on top and give it a hard press. This isn't perfect, but it does give it a head start. If you don't have another one the same size, you'll probably be starting where I am now by using your hand to smooth it out. We're looking for the dough to be about 1/4 inch thick and roughly the same shape of a rectangle. When you remove the parchment band-aid, there may be some gaps. Use any overflowing dough to patch where you need to and smooth it back out a little. Place this into an oven that's been set to 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 to 12 minutes or until lightly browned and firm. Next up, let's get some seasoned beef going. Place a pan over medium-high heat and break in about 1.5 pounds of ground beef. You want to break it up so we can have a little head start on it, but the next step is going to be break it up even more. Use a spatula to make it a bit of a finer grain. To season this up, I added in 1 teaspoon of beef base. You can optionally add in 1/4 cup of beef broth if you don't have that, a 1/2 teaspoon of granulated garlic, 1 teaspoon of cumin, a 1/2 teaspoon of granulated onion, 1 tablespoon of chili powder, an 1/8 teaspoon of ground oregano, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Mix this up and you'll notice that the meat will deepen in color and flavor. Give this a taste for seasoning and add more salt if desired, but mine was perfect. Once the meat is fully cooked, set aside and behold this finished tortisagna noodle. Remove the parchment paper and we can begin to cut. I suggest using a standard loaf pan to make this dish. If using that, use it to measure your slices. I was using a 1/3 hotel pan and I was able to get about 3 slices out of it. Now that these tortillas are ready, we can begin to assemble. Lay down a strip of your tortisagna, top that with some cheese. I'm using a blend of 3 ounces sharp cheddar and 3 ounces of Monterey Jack. Top your cheese with some beef, then top your beef with some cheese, and finally, top your cheese with some tortilla. Does that make sense? Comment below if you get it. Repeat this step until all of your ingredients have been used up. Now that it's all assembled, you can throw this hefty taco baby into your still hot oven that's set to 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 8 to 10 minutes or until the cheese is melted. Once this is out of the oven, let it rest for about 10 minutes so you don't burn your fingers when you go to slice. Speaking of slicing, I was able to get 4 pretty big servings out of this recipe. If you're trying to feed 6 people, I think you can get away with it. Portion yourself up a piece and top it with your crema. Oh, right, I should have shown you how to make that too. Secret recipe time. In a bowl, add in a 1/2 cup of sour cream. If you're a lime hater, just skip this part, but if not, you'll need the juice of 1 whole lime, just for that extra tang. Next up, you'll want 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese, and finish it off with 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Whisk this until homogenous. Alright, let's get back to the task at hand, which is tasting this beauty. Cut yourself off a nice big bite and dig in. What an actual treat this is. This may just be the thing that gets you through Taco Tuesday. And if not, maybe just skipping Tuesdays will get you through Taco Tuesday. See y'all next time.